Thanks for the intro. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks for the introduction. So I'm Ethan Freese. I'm a producer with the Platte Basin Timelapse project, and I'm just going to give you a short overview of what our project is kind of about and kind of talk to you about our internship program that we have at the project. So Platte Basin Timelapse was funded in 2011 by Mike Forsberg and Mike Farrell, and they really founded this project to get people to ask the question, where does their water come from? And help people realize that their water just doesn't come out of their tap. There's a lot of steps that water has to go to get into our homes or our fields. So this is just an overview map of the Platte Basin. So it lies within the larger Great Plains ecoregion as well. And here's a little bit more detailed map of the Platte Basin, and all those dots that you see are time-lapse cameras that we have out on the landscape throughout Colorado, Nebraska, and Wyoming. So this is what one of our typical time-lapse camera systems looks like. So it's a DSLR camera that's in this weatherproof housing, and it's attached to a solar panel. And these things really just can sit out on the landscape, and they'll just run without hardly any issues. And we'll check on them about every 6 months or so. And for the most part, they run really smoothly. So this video just shows a few of our different time-lapse camera locations. We have over 60 camera locations throughout the basin. So this video kind of shows you the path a drop of water might take through the basin, starting up in Colorado, going through various dams and diversions, agricultural fields, and then the Platte, where it eventually flows into the Missouri River. You can see at that bottom tile there. Along with our time-lapse cameras, we also do a lot of story production that's all on our website. So all these tiles here are just a few examples of stories that we've produced at the project about various issues relating to water and conservation in the Platte Basin. So I think we have over 150 stories on our website that you can check out. But the main thing I really want to talk about today is our internship program with PBT, and we have most of our interns here today. And I guess if you're here, interns, all raise your hand so everybody knows where you're at. So yeah, our project won't be the same without these interns, and we really can't thank Doherty Water for Food enough for funding our internship program. I started out as an intern with the project and eventually transitioned into a full-time position after I graduated. So they're really the backbone of our project, our interns. So I'm just going to go through a few projects that some of our interns have worked on. So Shema, who's here, he made this really cool animation about playa wetlands that we'll be publishing soon. So this animation is kind of something new to us, but we're really glad that Shema's kind of tackled it, and it's just a different way for us to educate people about water issues in Nebraska. And then Teagan, another one of our interns, she's been working on a project using camera trapping at a place called Camp Kielty between Lincoln and Omaha. So she's set these camera traps up and captured a wide variety of different wildlife, and has gotten some pretty cool footage with these small little camera trap systems that you can leave out on the landscape. And then Emma, she's our story production intern. She's been working on a lot of really cool stories. This is one that was recently published on our website about Lauren Isley, anthropologist and writer that some of you probably know of. So Emma did a really nice story on him, and she's working on this Greats of the Plains series about historical figures in the Platte Basin, and she's also working on a podcast for the project that I think is going to be pretty cool. And then Kara, another one of our production interns, she's been working on a story called Hidden Wildlands about some of the wild spaces between Lincoln and Omaha. in some of the parklands in Omaha and some of the parklands along the Platte River between Lincoln and Omaha. So here's just a few of Kara's photos that will be included in that story that'll be up on our website soon. And then Favian, another one of our production interns, has been monitoring a live stream camera that we have on a beaver lodge out on the Central Platte River. So these are just a few of the videos that Favian has found on this live stream camera of this beaver lodge on the Central Platte River. So it captures some pretty cool stuff, and you can actually, if you go to our website, you can pull up this live stream camera and view this camera in real time, and you'd be surprised how often you just randomly pull it up and there's an otter or beaver right in front of the camera. So a lot of really cool stuff on that. Not yet, we should though. You can usually identify some of them sometimes by like markings on their tail and stuff. So if you want to learn more, all this stuff is on our website, and we're also on social media as well. And then, yeah, thanks again for Doherty Water for Food for helping fund us and make it all possible. And yeah, if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer them. Yeah.